Hi, my name is Robert Gilling from UVC Cleaning Systems, and I am here to speak with you about UVC Disinfection Training. The goal of today's training objectives are to talk about UVC knowledge and the understanding of UVC light and its disinfection properties, UVC safety regarding safety best practices and potential hazards, and finally, we'll cover some operations on how to run a successful UVC disinfection cycle. First up is biology and use case knowledge. Using UVC to kill organisms is not new. In fact, UVC has been used successfully for over 60 years in public water treatment and over 30 years in air makeup systems. What is new is the delivery systems at which these technology is being proliferated. It's being repackaged and used in more applications and making it more transportable and durable. These new systems are safe, reliable, and have measurable results. The goal of using UVC is to update traditional cleaning practices and to achieve a much higher level of disinfection. On the screen in the top right corner, we have a UVC device used for water, and in the lower right hand section, we have UVC being used over coils of an HVAC air system. Ultraviolet light falls between the visible and X-ray bands on the electromagnetic spectrum. It's an invisible short wavelength of light not found on the Earth's surface. UVC is one of three UV categories broken down into A, B, and C. Again, UVC is naturally filtered by the ozone in the Earth's atmosphere and not naturally occurring here on the Earth's surface. So by producing UVC energy, we accomplish a few things when attacking different pathogens. The first is it inactivates the microorganisms by mutating their DNA. Specifically, cells cannot grow or reproduce, and if they cannot reproduce, they no longer can replicate or be infectious to others. Eventually, cell death does occur over time. The process that we're actually going through is creating what's called a thymine dimer within the UVC DNA strand. UVC has to penetrate through the cell wall or through the cell structure to attack the DNA structure. And as you can see in the photo to the right, you are creating abnormal bonds and preventing the cell from replicating. There are 4 ways to detect UVC. The first is using a radiometer or UVC sensor. These are actually integrated into some of our products to measure the output of the device. But you can also get standalone devices that you can point and shoot or even measure with an SD card and record over time. Supplied with all of our products are UVC dose indicators using a color-changing ink that is special to our wavelength of energy. And when the ink reacts to it, it changes from a yellow color to a darker pink. We of course have antimicrobial test reports available for you for all our products that have been tested in the lab against certain pathogens such as MRSA, C. diff, or Listeria. And the final version of being able to detect UVC is something that you'll notice in the room from repeated use. And that is a specific odor that's produced. It kind of smells like a sulfur or a tanning bed. And it really is a bond of keratin and hair found in the room that's creating those elevated levels of odor. One of the key factors when using UVC is the value of power. As the distance from the light source increases, the UVC energy decreases by the inverse squared of the output. The further the object is from the UVC source, the less amount of energy it will receive and the less amount of disinfection will occur. The limit on most of our mobile products ranges from anywhere between 10 and 16 feet. The intended use of UVC disinfection, or our mobile units, are used to be part of a secondary cleaning tool only and part of the comprehensive normal cleaning disinfection process. Primary cleaning to remove foreign materials such as dust and soil must be completed prior to exiting the cleaning protocol. Our devices both attack the air and the surface, and it really depends on the application of use to tell you the best practice. If you have to allow the room to settle before you can enter, UVC can be used as an adjunct before manual cleaning as well as after in that scenario. Normally, manual cleaning processes will take place, UVC will be used, and then, for example, soft materials such as bedding will be brought in after UVC disinfection to make up the room for the next person. UVC attacks most bacteria, viruses, and even some molds. It takes the right amount of time and energy to reach your desired kill rate. Here are a couple of different graphs showing you the amount of energy needed to kill certain pathogens. On an easiest level, we can kill coronavirus and other vegetative bacteria that do not have a cell wall. Endospores and other viruses that do contain a cell wall are a more difficult object to kill and require more time. And generally, molds take the longest amount of time to kill. Next up is UVC Safety. When it comes to safety, we always want you to read our product manual before operation. The product manual is sent with the device itself and also available online. Please read our safety and warning labels on the outside of our units. They're there for a purpose and will give you a good indication of how to operate the unit safely. Please watch our safety training podcasts such as this one, covering topics of biology, knowledge, and UVC operation. We have specific application videos available on our website that will talk about the intended use in applications such as a commercial setting, hospital, school, jail, or other application. There is also tools for you to use such as an operator test, so that way you can judge your knowledge and ensure that you're ready to use our device safely. As always, all of our training materials are located on our website for use under the Education and Manuals page. If you feel like you want a more in-depth session or have specific questions, feel free to reach out to us for a one-on-one training session. We're always happy to support our customers and knowing that they know how to operate our equipment in an efficient manner. The intended use for our product: unprotected exposure to UVC light will cause injuries that are not limited to damage to the eyes and skin. Operate the product in an enclosed, non-occupied area only. Windows and doors must be closed during operation. We even include do not enter, treatment in progress signs, so that way you can put them at all of the access points in your room. And lastly, the equipment does get hot, so please make sure not to have any objects or fabric directly touching the unit when it's operating to prevent a fire. UVC cleaning systems equipment should never be disassembled, opened, or altered by the user. This could cause a safety issue and will void the warranty and violate the lease agreement of UVC cleaning systems products. When transporting, push or pull UVC cleaning systems with only the handles located on the outside of the devices. And always remember that a lot of our devices weigh between 35 and 125 pounds, and they will require adequate strength to maintain the control of the equipment during transportation. Our mobile units do come with a caster with locking abilities, so that way you can place it safely on uneven surfaces. When it comes to regulations, there are a couple of safety standards for exposure limits that you should be aware of. The National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health published a study in 1972 recommending the exposure limit for UV radiation. It's always important to remember that your eyes, skin, including your hands, should be covered during operations if you were to be exposed. Not joking, we like to say you should be wearing a NASA spacesuit, just to make sure that you have all of your skin and other eyes protected. The standard says that you are allowed up to 6,000 microwatts of energy in an 8-hour period of time, and our products are very high powered, producing thousands of microwatts of energy. In a real world scenario, you can be in the room about 4 seconds from 6 feet away using our safe zone, or 3 seconds of exposure using our M15 model. Both of our products do have the option of having motion detection included as one of the features, and if you choose to use that, it is a very good tool to help ensure that nobody is exposed improperly. Last up is UVC Operations. When it comes to operations, all of our products use a little bit different functionality. Most of our products use some type of a wireless remote or iPad in order to track the functionality. When it comes to the mobile products, we use an RF or an ISN band remote in order to control the activation and deactivation of our products. When it comes to the chamber, we use a timing feature along with a safety switch to include the operations. When it comes to all of our products and operations, safety is our #1 priority, and we want to ensure that the operator has the tools and knowledge to operate our devices safely. Nice work! So that completes our training session here at UVC Cleaning Systems. Thank you for your time today. Please be sure to check out our other videos, especially those that are highlighted towards your specific product that you purchased. Any questions, feel free to reach out. And again, have a wonderful day.